Okay, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to cook something special which is more commonly known among Korean locals as Dakdoritang or Dakbokkeumtang. Of course, if you want to skip into the cooking part straight away, you can click on the chapters below as I've already cut it into those chapters for you. However, a quick history about this dish. So Dakdoritang or Dakbokkeumtang, whichever you might prefer, it's a dish that usually share among family members for celebrations, picnic, communal eating together. And it's basically a spicy chicken stew with lots of ingredients added into it. Aside from the chili flakes and all that, you have, of course, chicken, potatoes, scallions, mushrooms, and a lot of different other ingredients added into the pot. And it's one of those delicious dishes that you could eat it when you're feeling stressed, feeling happy, and it will always turn out very well. So it's believed that Dakbokkeumtang or Dakdoritang became popular sometime during the 20th century, right after the Korean War. During this time, South Korea is going through a modernization process. People are experimenting with soup, braises, and other dishes. Apparently, Dakbokkeumtang is very easy for Korean people to actually cook because the ingredients are quite accessible. So at that point of time, Koreans, when they cook this dish, they don't just cook it for themselves. They will cook it for their families and friends. They will share it with their neighbors, for picnics and celebrations and so forth. And aside from that, the naming conventions also goes through some changes. So initially it was called Dakdoritang. So Tak means chicken. Tori, for some Koreans, is believed to be a borrowed word from the Japanese language, means bird or chicken, and tang means soup or stew. As I said, as they move away from using Japanese languages, they rename it to Dakbokkeumtang. Bokkeum, stir-fried or braised. If you are in Korea right now and you ask the locals about this dish, you can use either naming conventions, both recognizable. Either Dakdoritang or Dakbokkeumtang is fine. People will definitely know this dish because it's delicious. So without wasting your time anymore, let's head off to the kitchen, and today I'm gonna cook the halal version for you guys. Let's go. Alright, welcome back. So today we're gonna cook Dakbokkeumtang or Dakdoritang depending on what or which title you prefer, and we're gonna start it now. So let's get it on. Okay, first we have one whole chicken. If you don't want the legs, feel free to remove it. 2 potatoes, 3 king oyster mushrooms. Feel free to use shiitake mushrooms if you want to. Half a scallion and 2 to 3 cloves of onions. Half a lemongrass, 1 chili, 1/3 of ginger, and half a clove of garlic. 2 to 3 tablespoons of sugar, light soy sauce and mirin, honey, gochujang, and gochugaru, basically pepper chili flakes. First of all, we're gonna boil the chicken and we're gonna smash the lemongrass and the ginger together and put it into the water and wait for it to boil. The reason we put lemongrass and ginger is to remove the smell of the chicken. So once the water starts to boil, you can start putting in the chicken and leave it there to cook for 5 minutes. Make sure that every part of the chicken is soaked into the water. So once it's already cooked, remove the chicken. You can clearly see all the fat and residue left on the water. Next, we're going to cut the onions and we're going to cut it into chunky pieces. So basically, half an onion, we're going to cut it into 4 pieces. Next, we're going to cut the scallions. So basically, we're going to slice it off into big pieces as well. Same for the potato, we're going to cut into chunky pieces. So half a potato, we're going to cut into 4 pieces. Next, the mushrooms, we're going to slice them into big pieces as well. So next, we're going to make the sauce. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of gochujang, add 1 tablespoon of honey, half a tablespoon of mirin, 1 cup of light soy sauce, and we're going to add 2 cups of water into the wok and heat it up. Then we're going to add the chicken in together with the potatoes and leave them to cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. So once the potato starts to cook, add in the sauce. Make sure that you stir the chicken together with the sauce thoroughly so that everything is mixed well. Then add the sugar, stir it again, add the mushroom, put on the lid and leave it to cook for another 5 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, smash some garlics, remove the skin and start dicing them. So after 5 to 10 minutes, start stirring the pot. Make sure that all the mushrooms are mixed thoroughly with the chicken and all the other ingredients. Then add the garlic, stir it again, add the onions, and then stir all the ingredients thoroughly. After that, close it and leave it for another 5 minutes. Now start slicing off the chili. Basically, we're just gonna use the chili for aesthetic purposes. You don't need to add the chili if you don't want to. Okay, so one thing that is very important for everyone to take note of is that this dish requires a lot of patience because it has to be cooked very slowly so that all the sauce, all the ingredients will be mixed really well. So yeah, take your time cooking this, don't rush, and hopefully it will turn out well. So after 5 minutes of cooking, time for you to add the gochugaru into the wok. So gochugaru will help to thicken up the sauce and give that spicy kick to your dish. Start stirring the chili flakes together with all the other ingredients in the wok. Look at all that spices. It's really mouth-watering. Next, close the wok with the lid and let it cook for another 3 to 5 minutes. After 3 to 5 minutes, add the scallion and leave it to cook again for another 2 to 3 minutes. Yep, we are almost there. The important thing about this dish is to thicken up the sauce a little bit. So once it's already thickened, then it's good to go. You can already have it. But again, it all depends on what you like. For me, I like it to be a little bit more thickened. So yeah, let's see how it goes then. Okay, we're gonna give it another stir together with all the green scallions that we added, making sure that the scallions are well cooked. So the dish is basically done. So we are going to add the chili in as part of the decoration of the dish. So this is Dakdoritang or Dakbokkeumtang. You can find this dish in all parts of Korea. It's a very delicious dish and I hope that you will try it. There are numerous recipes online to cook this dish, but I hope you're going to try my recipe. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you soon again with another halal Korean cuisine. Assalamualaikum.